Every year, the 8 masters of the Shaolin divisions held a meeting at the Mid-Autumn Festival. One year at such a meeting, the masters.
Hello, and welcome to Ultimate Fight Clan. Today, we're going to be having a chat about a Jackie Chan film called Snake and Crane Arts of Shaolin. And I'm going to introduce you and welcome G-Nix. Welcome, G-Nix.
G-Nix.
Respects.
You all right, Sniffer?
Yeah, I'm all right. How you doing?
Yeah, very well, very well.
Now, this is a film... Oh, hang on.
Oh, you got the T-shirt. And the background.
You know what I'm saying? Look. Brilliant. Good, isn't it?
It is. I'm primitive old style here.
Let's have a chat about these backgrounds. So obviously mine's got the Snake and Crane Arts of Shaolin. It's got a few of the cast members there. And you'll recognize these images of Chan. They're from the intro. But look what I've done. You see the background that they're on?
Yeah.
That's the 8 Masters Temple where they're all doing the... you know what I mean?
Attention to detail. Deets.
Good, isn't it? Now, here's the thing, right? I do like my background. And, you know, I did put some work into it and whatnot and use my noggin. I'm happy with it. I can't deny it. But it is just getting some pictures and putting them in a position. What I respect about your background is it's real.
Yeah.
That man ain't real. I've just created my background, right? Your background is real. You better take me through that background. I can see some nunchucks, I can see some writing, and I can see some Chan. And I can see a brilliant Kunga's plant there. I mean, no one's done a real background before. This is brilliant. Kung Fu. That's the characters for Kung Fu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kung Fu. We've got nunchucks across. Take me through it. You take me through it.
Yeah. So we've got the nunchucks. I've had these for years. Never used them because they're made of wood. Dad got them years ago. I don't know whether he got them from someone. I think you might have given him an address years and years ago. I'm talking a long time ago.
It's possible.
Decades. And he's got them. Give me the spiel, you know, don't take them out. The only time we're allowed to take them out is at the bottom of the training bag and all that sort of stuff. Yes, we got the nunchucks.
I'm not moving on from the nunchucks. I'm not moving on. The reason I'm not moving on is because of something you said about the nunchucks. You said never use them. Don't believe you. Well, so you never tried them.
I've whipped them around, you know, like when I was young, around like the soft bushes and stuff and brambles, which I kind of regret because it's taken a bit of the varnish off.
What about doing the moves?
Yeah, and I did do stuff, you know, I did the old basic sort of like that sort of thing because I don't want to crack my head, but and these are a late thing. I just put these on before we set up a few flames. Just
what? Amazing, mate.
Yeah. Right, so basically, we got the nunchucks here. Sorry, I'm doing a bit of a weather forecasting here. So these are the nunchucks.
Yeah.
Just a little drapey belt there. That's my our son's little belt off his Goku outfit, which is up there as well.
I can see that. That's
just
Dragon
a bit
Ball.
Contrasting colour, but that's, I reckon, in Japanese. This is obviously Chinese Mandarin, I think. Kung Fu there and there. A few little lights for the the plant that I thought would look a bit Asian, you know. A few capses there, the old Jackie Chan book. And these sort of like the old sort of bamboo effect with the chairs on the side.
Exactly like the old, it's like we're sitting in the old restaurant having a cup of tea.
It is. It's exactly what it's like. And
What are these little lights? Where'd you get these little lights? They're amazing.
Well, they're actually from, we had them at our wedding, actually, what we now May, last month, beginning of last month. And it just literally occurred to me. I thought, well, I'd use this box to raise that plant into the shop. And I remembered all these tea lights. So I thought, I'll put some up with a bit of blue tack. So hopefully they hold out. Got some heavy duty Velcro holding the background up. So hopefully it doesn't fall off. But it's all old school. That's the way
I mean, it's a brilliant theme. Like you say, you've got the plants there. It's all part of it. Let's have a go through these words then, these characters. We've got the Kung Fu or Gung Fu, which is, it means hard work, really. Effort, hard work. Yeah. What else we got here? What's the one at the top?
So, I think that's the translation of your name.
Oh, right.
Reels.
Well, I've been told before that my name is actually Si Tai Fu or Si Tai Fan. So maybe it is.
Si Tai Fu, Si Tai Fun.
Yeah, I guess one is the short and one is the long, like I've got for my real name, right? Si Tai Fu and Si Tai Fan. Yeah. That's what I got told anyway.
And I believe that says Grant.
I think it says G-Nix.
Yeah. I grant you that one.
Yeah, brilliant. So that's got our names. Lovely.
Yeah.
What brilliant
and
idea.
Got some photos of Jackie Chan, which were in frames, but I took them out so they could stick to the wall because I just thought it'd be easier. Dad got me those years ago. I'll tell you when he got them. In fact, I can tell you exactly when he got them. I think it was 2000, if I remember. So we're talking, 23 years ago. So the date on it is 26th of September 2000.
Amazing, mate. I love it. Brilliant.
So, yeah.
I mean, it's good that you've even got the historic date. You even know when the pictures were bought for you.
Yeah. Everything's recorded.
So in 2000, I'm not very good at maths. How old was you when
I was
Dad
20.
bought them for you?
Yeah, 10, 20.
20.
20, yeah. So I'm 40, 20. 42 now.
Now, so you've been into Chan, and you still like Chan. You still love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're on here chatting about Snake and Crane, so you must do.
I've got to admit, I've sort of been out of touch with the more modern stuff, the glitzy and the glamour stuff, which I know why it's been done. And I know he's obviously made some real big traditional films in the more modern era as well. But I am kind of stuck in that sort of late 70s, 80s era, maybe into the very early 90s. There's just a certain feel about the films. I don't know if it's just the way they're shot or the film that they're shot on. But it's just like you say, real.
Well, look, I didn't know we were gonna go down that path, but seeing as we are going down that path, let's go down that path. Right. You are stuck, if we want to call it that, in the best era. I'm going to call it the golden age of kung fu or Hong Kong cinema, martial arts cinema, whatever you want to call it. Probably for me, it's 70s, early 70s to, like you say, early 90s.
Yeah.
I'd say the last great Jackie Chan film was probably Drunken Master 2, which I believe is about 1994. I think. Yeah. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's what my head's telling me, and I ain't looked it up, but I think it's about 94. So to me, it's been a long time, not since he's done a good film, but I remember him at the time saying that Drunken Master 2 was going to be his final powers Kunga's martial arts showcase, that he's going to put everything into it, given the wear and tear on his body and his age, and it really shows, because that is truly brilliant. It's a real good Kunga's film. I mean, I love it. So that's great. Anything after that it's not crap. It's just that it's understandable, right? He's got to wind it down a bit. He's stopped doing everything, because if you think about it, back in the days, he did everything, right? I'm going to be in the film. I'm going to choreograph the film. I'm going to direct the film. I'm going to do the screenplay. I'm going to do the editing. I'm going to do everything.
Yeah.
And that's going to take a lot out of you.
Bang the credits out as well,
Yeah, exactly. Singing the theme songs and everything. I just remember that at the time, even then, he said, there's so much more I want to do, so much more I want to achieve. I want to be in a space film. I want to be in a cowboy film. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I can't do it if I'm making one film a year. And I'm making one film a year because I'm putting my heart and soul into it, but I'm doing everything. So he took his foot off the gas and started getting other directors in to direct him. And for me, that meant that the quality dropped. Of course it did. Some of the Chan went. Just stay in that era. This is the best. It's the best. Not just Chan. No. That golden age, traditional kung fu into the moderns, like Police Story and stuff like that. Sometimes you get the odd film like that. There's a film that came out, don't know the year, 2021, maybe something like that, with Donnie Yen, called Raging Fire. That's a throwback. That's a Hong Kong cop kung fu thriller, and that is brilliant. But you can still see the green screen work and stuff like that, and the bits of CGI. It's great, don't get me wrong. Really, really good. I love the guy for doing it. It's a true throwback film. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But he's the only one still doing stuff like that. And again, he won't do them every time. it takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot of time, a lot of energy to do those films. So with Adam, Chan was at the top of his game. Dare I say it, Snake and Crane, even though it's not when he was big and famous, to me, I think he was probably around 24 at the time or something like that. He's at the top of his game. Early days at the top of his game. That era you're stuck in, even if you watched all the new stuff, you'd go back to this. It's the same with video games. I play the new video games, but I go back to the old ones.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Do you know what I mean? I've seen a few of the modern ones, but I've not really sort of invested time thinking, I must go and watch that, or it's on at the cinema or whatever. I'll go and watch that. But they're easily accessible, and
things that molded you and made you the man you are as those films back then. They're the ones that you're always going to have the affinity with. They're the ones that you watched at a different time of your life. That's the things you do at these younger ages. They have a much bigger effect on you than stuff does now, right? You become more emotional the older you get. Of course, you do have different things that change with age, but back then, these are the things that you experience when you're a lot younger, and they stick with you.
That old era of the Chans basically has molded the way I am, because obviously now I've realised my age now, but I still have like the propensity to go back to doing this sort of, I wouldn't say silly stuff, but I've always been into my stunts and stuff, and I was doing stunts ever since, obviously because I was exposed to Jackie Chan. He did his own stunts. He's got his own stunt crew and stuff, and I used to do all these stunts, like ride my bike downhill at full speed, throw myself off, jump off the top of buildings into sheds and like fire and stuff, dangerous stuff probably really, but still now, I try and keep myself agile, and I do all this sort of stuff, like even if I'm on my own. But I'm older, so I've got to be careful because I can get injured. You know what I mean? And I have had a few injuries. As a kid, it's still now. It's like I'm a young kid. I still love all that stuff. All the fast moving and with the young kids and stuff, our children, like doing stuff with them. Doing forward rolls and little cartwheels around the room, jumping off the stairs, and doing crazy stuff. I love it.
Keeping yourself active, keeping yourself agile means you can play with your kids.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good for you. That's good for them. It's funny, right? Because people might not think of it like that, but you're saying, and Jackie Chan is part of the inspiration that's allowed you to play with your kids. I mean, that's how deep it's gone.
Exactly. And without sort of changing the subject, like with you look at the name of the book.
Oh.
Never grow up.
Never grow up, right.
And that's what's there. Obviously the body's going to have restraints the older we get. That's inevitable. It's obvious. We all know that. But it's not a case of postponing it. It's just that mindset. Do you know what I mean? Whilst I'm able, I am still young-minded, and call it nostalgia. Maybe I'm stuck in those golden days and the things that influence you as a youngster. But, that's what's made me the person that I am and the interests that I have. And, I wish to pursue them and sort of keep them there, never let go of all that passion.
Right. But that's the stuff you like. It's real. That's the stuff you genuinely like. So why shun it? You like it. Exactly. Who cares? Like, look, Chan's told you, never grow up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So we listen to Chan anyway. He's the best. Let's move on to the film then.
Right.
Snake and Crane Arts of Shaolin. Yeah. Se Hok Butt Ball is basically, Se is the snake, the Hot is the crane, and Butt is 8. It's basically the title for this film is The Snake Crane 8 Steps, or 8 Steps of the Snake and Crane. But we know it as Snake and Crane Arts of Shaolin. 1978. So early days for Chan. And let's have a look. I'm going to have a look at the cast. Yes. I know we've been chatting for 13 minutes and not discussed any Snake and Crane yet. But I couldn't ignore Genix's best ever homemade background, could I? That background to me, it says a lot about him, and that his passion for Jackie Chan is genuine and real. It's so endearing that he went to all that effort, and I really appreciate it. The pictures of Jackie Chan, the nunchucks, the lights from his wedding, our names, the kung fu, the belt, everything. Now the thing is, we do end up talking about the early days and why we like Jackie Chan, so it's a pretty natural progression to why we're even chatting about Snake and Crane in the first place. We also had a brief chat about what we believe is the golden age of Hong Kong cinema. Now in part 2, we discussed the cast, Lo Wei discovering Jackie, and the director, Chan Ji Hwa. So thanks very much if you did watch that, and I hope to see you for part 2.
Snake and Crane.